Okay, action is determined in closed session. Student expulsion hearing number 40-22-23, action for consideration for violation of California Educational Code section 48900C. We move to expel the student and then suspend the expulsion with conditions. Motion. Second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And next one. Student expulsion hearing 401-22-23, action for consideration for violation of the California Educational Codes 48900F and 48900K. Student was expelled within this suspended expulsion with conditions. All in favor? I'm sorry, move.
I make a motion to accept.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Last one. Student expulsion hearing number 27-21-22, action for consideration of violation of California Educational Code 48900C, violation of behavioral contract. The student was expelled from all schools and programs of the district.
I make a motion to accept.
Okay,
A second.
second. Favor?
Aye.
3 ayes. Pledge allegiance. Nat, would you please lead?
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call. I'm here, Mario is not, Adrian is here, Sonny is here, Dwayne is not, and of course, Alexi is here. Approve agenda?
I have a motion to approve the agenda.
With the correction?
With the correction.
Okay, with the correction to consent item D, to remove that from the agenda.
Second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Reports and communications. Thank you for coming tonight. RTA, you're up first.
All right. Well, again, big thanks to Barbara and the district for giving that additional $150 for each teacher to spend in our classrooms. And thanks, I got that reimbursement check this week. Well, the second semester has been going on for about a month. Thanks to all teachers for working so hard for each student that we see and teach each day. District office, just please monitor which classes may be over and continue to help with the overcrowdedness in some of our classes. Currently, RTA, CSEA, district office, and the board are meeting and working together to create a district calendar for the 2023-2024 school year. With these groups each being represented by top quality people, a calendar that will please all and, most importantly, be fully beneficial to the students will get made. Thanks to all who are working hard on this. And lastly, just kind of a personal to the site administrators, thanks for working with me on all the issues and concerns. I've had no issues or problems with the communication that we've had with each concern that we have had to deal with and had to find a solution to. So good. Thanks, guys. And that's it.
That's it. Thank you, sir. CSA.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. I don't know why this is not my first rodeo, but I get nervous, especially when I haven't been here for a while, which I apologize. I also wanted to say thank you to all the site administrators, a huge thank you, because we have the same thing. We have yet to run into an issue that we could not fix just with the site administrators and CSEA, so that's been fabulous. They've been working with us wonderfully. RTA and I, sometimes we have issues that overlap, like that will involve a classroom with classified and teachers, and we've been working all together. And the next thing I wanted to say was thank you to the district, because it's the same thing. The meetings we have with Barbara, everything has gone so wonderfully. But I would like to send a little please out to the board. CSEA, we've been losing people. It's no secret that it's hard to keep people. A lot of the times it's pay, sometimes it's just environment, whatever it is. But I pulled all the agendas since the 17th because I just was curious. I wanted to see how many people had resigned in that time. It's all public knowledge. We've lost 16 people since then, and we're working really hard trying to find ways that we can keep classified employees in our district, because the ones that are here that are sticking with it, we really want to see people come and stay, because we know we're a great district. So CSEA has met with Robert and Paul. We have a lot of really great ideas, so I'm just asking you guys to really please consider them, and Robert's ready to bring everything to you guys, because we're just trying to think of little ways to incentives, just things to keep people happy and keep them here. We don't want to keep losing people in our top. It seems like the top departments that lose people are ACES and SPED. It's really hard to keep those positions filled. So we're working really hard, and the district is working really hard. So we're just asking that.
Thank you. Alexi.
Good evening, everyone. Tomorrow at the high school, it is senior night for girls and boys soccer. It will take place after the girls' game before the boys' game, and it's against KV. Senior night will start at 4:45. Senior night for cheer and both boys and girls basketball is next Tuesday against Desert. I'm not sure on the times or how they're going to run senior night for that. The basketball teams play KV away on Friday. Also, boys volleyball has started. Tryouts and rosters should be out soon. Softball and baseball also have started training and are having tryouts as well. Grad Bash is $109, and you can put a deposit down of $28 to reserve your spot, but all the money has to be in by March 24th. And prom is $100, but they are not on sale yet. Firemen have a show next week, February 9th, starting at 7 in the gym. It is free to get in.
Okay. CBO report, Mr.
Okay. Well, we'll start with the construction side of things. Still happening in Tropico. They haven't somehow in the last week finished. I don't know why not. No, it's, everything's going well. There haven't been any major hiccups as they work through phase one. Work over at West Park on the marquee over there has started. Hopefully it hasn't been too much of a disruption to the parking lot, but given where it is in the median, it's kind of a tight working space, but hopefully the schedule that Raleigh set up with the contractor has been amenable. Holton's nodding yes, so hooray for that. Well, we haven't, obviously begun full negotiations with RTA and CSA. We have had discussions and, of kind of just preparing for 23, 24 and everything. And, everything's going well with that. Hopefully we can, hit the ground running with everything. So, I want to say quick congratulations to somebody that I doubt anybody else in here knows, but Steve Mattern, who worked for Kern County Superintendent of Schools and District Advisory, specifically as a Southern Kearns advisor, retired in the last month. So just want to do a public acknowledgement to him. His work at Kern County, he never was down here or hardly down here. He worked with the district and on behalf of the district for several years. So congratulations to him and hope he enjoys his time in Florida. On the consent items is item C. This is for the Special Olympics color run at the high school for March 25th. As someone who was there last year, I just want to give a shout out to Paul Tondro and the SPED department for the work they did last year and what they have in mind for this year. It was a great experience last year, and I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to do it better this year. And that is it for me.
Thank you. Okay. Assistant Superintendent of Instruction and Curriculum, Mrs. Lacey.
Good evening, everyone. I have been working a lot on getting people set up and registered for lots of different trainings. I registered 37 administrators and teachers for the Professional Learning Community at Work's 3-Day Institute in Las Vegas for June 9th, 7th through 9th. Also made 37 hotel reservations, which takes a while, just so you know.
What are they going to in Vegas? I don't wanna go.
We're going to PLC at Works training. If you want to go, I can set you up as well. Okay. Also, I registered 29 teachers. There's an amazing math symposium that's going to be happening in Bakersfield, March 10th and 11th. We have 29 teachers that I registered for that. We did also get them hotels for March 10th because it's a Friday from 5 to 9 and then an early Saturday. We didn't want them to have to drive back and forth because, you know, it's not a fun road. And then we're getting ready to get all the names for the Avid Summer Institute. School sites are working right now on encouraging additional people to sign up. That's in June 28th through 30th, but we have to register everybody on February 14th. Last year, I had a couple of our administrators come in at 6 a.m. They opened it up at 6 a.m. The one summer institute was full before noon. So that is why we have to hurry up and get the names in and get everybody registered. Currently, we have a little over 55 people signed up to attend that. So that's very exciting as well. So we have a lot of teachers that and administrators, and I want to thank them for being willing to participate in all of these different trainings that are going to be so beneficial for all of our students. I've been working with the school sites. Part of Avid is to do an Avid annual data collection piece that they have, report that they have to do every year. So they are working on that currently, and it's due to me by February 10th, so that I could review it and make sure it's good before I submit it to the Avid themselves. The McGraw-Hill Science Pilot at Roseman High School, they had a training last week, and that so they've started their pilot, and it'll be happening for the next 5 weeks. They seem to really like the curriculum so far. I've gotten a report back already. And then our TK curriculum pilot that is scheduled for their next one, for their training is scheduled next Monday, and that's with Frog Street. And they'll be doing that curriculum pilot for about 5.5 weeks. One good thing about Frog Street is they do have curriculum so that when you do want to do the dual immersion, they have a curriculum that is geared for both Spanish and English, so that dual immersion piece. So that is one of the good things about that particular curriculum that we will be looking at. And that is it for me tonight.
Thank you very much. Associate Superintendent of Human Resources, Mrs. Hargis.
Good evening, and thank you all for coming. Our calendar committee has been meeting, and we have a great group represented from CSEA, RTA board members. Hopefully next time we'll have some administrators that can join us. And everybody goes back, the associations go back and poll their members to see, you know, what they like about each calendar, what they might, you know, if we could do something different. So we do appreciate everybody's input on the calendars. Our next meeting is going to be Wednesday, February 8th at 3 p.m. I'll send those calendar invites tomorrow. And we were talking about oversized classes, and we're always trying to, you know, find teachers to, you know, help in that area. On Saturday, Monica and I are going to be going to Bakersfield. There's going to be a job fair from 8 to 12 up at KCSOS. So we're going to be hopefully putting together some pools of candidates for multiple subject, and also some of our secondary areas that we definitely need teachers for. So we're looking forward to that. And then also, as you drive down Roseman Boulevard, Justin Armstrong and his group of very talented students created some nice big signs. So it's very, very similar to the billboard that we have that's on the northbound side of the freeway. They took those images and put it into big signs, and so Leslie and I put them on the fences. There's one right outside the district office. There's one at Tropico. There's one at West Park, and then there's one at Roseman Elementary on the fence. So as you drive by, it says now hiring teachers and support staff. So hopefully we'll get some people put in. So that is it for me. Thank you.
That's it. Thank you. Mrs. Gaines. Board.
Okay, good evening. I want to say good evening to all of our parents and community members watching at home and everyone who has joined us here today. I first want to give a shout out to Roseman High Early College Campus. They recently, last Friday, as a matter of fact, received a notification from WASP that they are fully accredited again until June 30th of 2026. So I want to thank Mr. Bajnak, and yes, that's a big accomplishment. I want to thank Mr. Bajnak and Ms. Calzada and Mr. Johnson and the entire team at the high school who worked on that plan, and all the board members who were there when the site visiting team came. It was a very productive few days with the WAS team. So congratulations, Mr. Bajnak. That's wonderful news. We had some students from the high school who competed in the Homeless Youth Awareness Art Contest. And as I've said multiple times, in Southern Kern, we have some fabulous artists in this community. And these kids, no matter what contest they enter, we have winners. So I want to give a shout out to, we had a first place, a third place, and 2 honorable mention from the art class. First place goes to Anglis Villa, took first place. We had a second place from the Avid class, and that was a Faith Hennessy.
We don't have an image for her.
We don't have the image for her, okay. We had a third place, Daniel Sepulveda from the art class. And 2 honorable mentions, Addison Bourbon and Jonathan Giron. As you can see, very talented young people. So we want to thank the art teacher and the Avid teacher for, first of all, encouraging the kids to participate in the Homeless Youth Awareness Contest. I also want to mention that last night, 3 of my secondary principals and I attended, along with Mr. Vincelette, attended the Antelope Valley School Boards Association meeting, and the topic and the presentation was on fentanyl. And fentanyl is a drug that is killing many, many people daily across the nation and around the world. And I just wanted to say that thank you to Mr. Bajnak, Mr. Shevlin, and Mr. Torres and their assistant principals, Ms. Carmen Atkinson, Mr. Scott Small, and also Ms. Robin Calzada for being there, because not only was it a presentation, but it was a training on how to properly administer the opioid antagonist Narcan. And I just wanted to say we hope and pray that we never need to use any of this product in any of our schools. But I just want to let our parents know that we do have, should that problem arise, we are in possession of Narcan, and it is in all of our secondary schools. So just wanted to convey that to the community as well. And I will now give our attendance banners out for this month. For January, little disappointed this time as well, because 2 of our schools had a slight decrease in attendance. So January was a little bit of a tough month, but we also had 4 schools, well, basically Altet is considered one, basically, that showed improvement. So our most improved school for January goes to Roseman Elementary. Congratulations, Mr.
I credit my secretaries. They have been amazing at putting attendance out there. They put announcements in the announcements every morning for me to read, and getting the students in the classes excited for having perfect attendance. So they track each class's perfect attendance, and we announce those, and I attribute that because the kids, campus safety officers who said as they're walking by and that's announced, they hear the screams and cheers in the classrooms. So that's
Paid off. It's paying off. Thank you, Mr. Adams. And best attendance elementary with an increase of 1.41%, now with a total of 92.48% attendance. You're working on getting closer to 95. I know you can do it. West Park Elementary. And best attendance, secondary, and I'm just gonna say that, Mr. Bajnath, you're receiving it again, but you did have a little decline. So Tropico had an increase, just letting you know, they're coming after you. So, Roseman High, congratulations.
6 months in a row.
Okay, we're going.
Better be careful. It's sneaking up on you.
That's funny. And I just want to say, Mr. President, if you'll indulge me one more minute, to all of our parents out there who have students in the 8th grade at Tropico Middle School and seniors at Roseman High Early College campus, and also Rare Earth, the number of days allowed or permitted to be missed and still walk in the promotion or graduation, excluding COVID days, is 14. In other words, the students could miss 14 days and still be able to walk in that promotion ceremony, providing, of course, they've met the grade requirements. It is not 12 days, it is 14 days. So, and again, we do remove COVID days. So I just want to make that clear to everyone. So and students can make up days by attending a Saturday school. So please, if you think your child is right on the verge of maybe not being able to walk in the promotion or graduation ceremony, please sign them up for a Saturday school. You can ask your school secretary, and I'm sure we have plenty of room for them to attend on Saturday. So
It's the next one is this Saturday.
the next one is this Saturday, Miss Lacey said. So there you go. You still have time to sign up. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, board member communications. Leslie, I'll go back. Do you have anything you would like to add? You never know, she might have something she forgot. Adrian, you up?
Good evening, everyone. I don't really have too much, really anything at all. I just kind of want to, just so I figure out our history, so we don't, you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for being here, everybody that's watching. I was able to go to Roseman High School last week to attend the award ceremony. So many, I saw you, girl. I saw you get your award. It is hard. I'm sure you know, like, you're an athlete, you're here, you're doing your thing, you're going to school, you're showing up. It's hard, right? Is it hard? Or is it easy for you?
No.
It's a lot of hard work, but there's a lot of students out there that are doing it, they're excelling. And I was just so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, look at all these kids, look at it. And I'm seeing, like, children of people that I know who don't know me, but I'm, like, fanning on them because I see them on social media. I'm like, oh, baby, so cute. So that was that was exciting. Just to see that we've got over 140. That's awesome. And then some.
No, I was just saying, got to sign each of them.
No, it's awesome. I love seeing that, so that's wonderful. I know they're having another award ceremony at Tropical on Friday. I don't know if I'll be able to make that. You gave me adequate amount of time to make it there, so if you guys want us to be there, I need more than 2 days notice. Just saying. Other than that, thank you guys for being here. It's the beginning, not the beginning, but we're in this second semester already. It's just going to fly by so fast. It already has. Thank you. That's all
Okay, as Mrs. Gaines stated, we were at the meeting last night dealing with fentanyl. It's definitely going to be on the top of our list as well as our safety and security as we move forward. So we definitely, because we had attended one the week prior dealing with safety and security at this Palmdale district. Posted it, but it was for all LA County. But we're very fortunate being on the county line and being part of the Antelope Valley, that we get to attend a lot of these meetings and a lot of good information comes out. And like Barbara says, I try to make as many as I can, and so forth. And I too was there watching Mr. Vashnav run through so many, and the thing is that he got so fast that he caused the backup. We actually caused the backup as he was going. So, but how many that you had of your principals on a roll? We had quite a few there too, did we not?
On a roll. It was more than 100. Well, he was probably out over 100.
If you add that up, that's pretty close to a third of the school. Yeah. Okay. That means the staff, the administrators are doing a phenomenal job. Now, we got to start looking at that bottom side. Start looking at what's going on with those kids, why they can't start getting those 4.0s, those principals, those superintendents, and see what we're lacking and what we can do to get them more motivated in this. And we understand. We see a lot of it at some of the meetings that we've had. But, being the fact the only time I've ever taught was at junior college for about a quarter. I went to work for Uncle Sam, and with my education background, but you see it. It doesn't matter whether it was when I worked in the Army or whoever, or if I worked with officials trying to get them trained. You see where you really got to really know and understand and work with these kids. And there's a lot of kids out there that are struggling. So I'm going to basically challenge everybody. Let's find those kids. Let's start seeing what we can do to motivate them. I think it will benefit the best way. But I can tell you, everybody's doing a phenomenal job out there. I know you're going to find them, and I know you're going to help. So I'm not concerned. We just need to start paying attention more. That's my opinion there. And as far as I've gotten with Alma, but we are going to start moving forward to start meeting at least twice a month. So this is a heads up for everybody on safety and security. We've got a lot of things we've got to do. We're going to have to start pushing. So we can get this stuff ready. So we're ready. And right now, we're not quite there. So we've got to work on those issues. And other than that, I think we'll move on to the next agenda item. Comments from the public? None. None. It's all discussed at the reading. Action items, consent items A through L. D has been removed. Does anybody have any questions?
So the marquee that we're putting up already, this is what we're approving as a consent item F.
This is for the inspector of record for it to ensure that everything is signed off with them so that it gets approval from DSA when the project is closed out. Where they, at this point, the only work that's happened is the beginning the demolition of the previous marquee. They haven't started boring the hole or anything like that. So,
Okay.
yeah, same marquee.
I move to approve the consent items A through L minus D.
Okay, do I have a second? All right. And all those in favor?
Aye.
Third reading, review and approval of September 2022 board policies. You can see the supports. Okay, this is Mrs. Game for action.
Yes, so this is your third time to see these particular board policies, and again, the little cheat sheet provided for you begins on page 68. That outlines for you a little clearer why each option was selected and what the main focus of each of these board policies were, and any changes. So tonight I'd like for the board to approve and accept these policies with the changes.
I make a motion to approve.
Okay,
I second.
all right. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. General, okay, continue. This is increase the board stipend, education code 35120E. Mrs. Gaines?
Yes, sir. In assessing and analyzing the board stipend for Southern Kern, considering that perhaps the public is not aware that the Board of Trustees is often here 2 to 3 nights a week for not only just regular board meetings, but sometimes they are here for expulsion hearings and other trainings, etc. The allowable percent of increase annually is 5%. So I'd like to ask you to approve. A year ago this month, we approved a 5%, making the stipend $252. So if we add another 5% for 2023, the board would receive a stipend of $264.60, which I believe they truly are deserving of. So the last increase was February 2nd, 2022.
We're the lowest, I think, the lowest paying district on
yes.
this. Everybody else is well into the 300s. It's not we're here for, for money, because obviously not, but we are here for the students, the school district, and we're here to, move this district forward. And she's right. When I first was on the board, I was lucky if we had 3 meetings a month. This was back in 2001. I think she's right. We're going to go ahead and sometimes 2, 3. I'm coming in more often. We'll review just myself. I'll review the agenda with her on Fridays. So I'm spending a lot more time. And of course, we like to do it. It's not that it's a burden for us. As Mr. Myself will tell you, we had a blast last Thursday getting those.
And Mr. President, if I may just to give some supporting information to the public, in the year 2022, we had the board attended, not counting extracurricular activities such as football games, award ceremonies, music concerts, etc., 39 board meetings. So if you divide that by 12, you will see that is on an average at least over 3 board meetings a month.
I make a motion to approve.
Okay, so moved. Somebody's got to say. Okay,
Who's second?
Adrian. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, business and operations, a second content review reading only of the 2022-23 comprehensive school safety plan. Mr. Urban?
All right, so at the last board meeting was first pass it all the comprehensive safety plans. This is, another opportunity, if there's anything that you guys have questions on in them, to, raise so that we can address before final adoption. So with that, is there anything that's sticking out to anybody that, questions on anything, more clarification, less clarification,
They are quite large.
Yes.
This is true.
And that was one of the reasons why I was suggesting to the board members that we had to look at getting all of the support documents electronically. Because not only the amount of paper, which is cost to us, but I know a couple don't like to because they like to read through, but even this old guy doesn't mind using the technology that's out there for us. So that's something that I'm going to ask them to consider, but I'm not going to put it to a vote or anything like that, but that's what I firmly believe. But we've seen it, and unfortunately Mario and I have to have the books, so we're gonna go through them as being on safety security. And we need to know what's going on, but we know it's also gonna be changing.
And Mr. Vincela and board members, these comprehensive safety plans at the February 15th board meeting will be brought back, I believe, as an action item. Mr. Urban.
Yeah, that'll be.
So please, within the next week, before Alma puts them back on the 15th board policy, if you see something that's incorrect or you question, please bring it to mine and Robert's attention as soon as you can, so that we can have the site administrator make the correction, or at least we can respond to you why it is the way it is before we do a final approval.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Next, personnel items, approval of the following listed personnel items, Mrs. Hargis.
We ask for you to approve our personnel items. We do have some hires, a few resignations. And we talked about teachers. We do have 2 new teachers that are going to be starting tomorrow. We have an art teacher at Tropical Middle School, and we have a new TK plus at West Park. So both of those, pending your approval, will be starting tomorrow.
Any questions?
You're right, Fallon, about the reservations. What do you think it is?
You want my honesty? I know what it is. It is the pay, and the fact that we have a lot of, and I know it's hard to compete because we're right on that line, but the positive thing about being right on that line is obviously smaller community. The negative thing is you can drive 15 or 20 minutes to make. And I do ask a lot of the time, like when a lot of people come to us before they resign, just to ask questions about, whether it's moving PERS or whatever it is. A lot of them leave to go to other districts. I try my best to keep them to stay, but.
You know what would be a good idea is when you do those exit
Chain 'em up.
interviews.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Provide us the data. Okay, and what they are saying and so forth, those exit interviews, because that will give us some clarity.
And honestly, we talked a lot, because we did meet, it was me, Keith, Robert, Paul, and our labor rep, Chris, and we had a lot of discussion about a lot of that stuff and what we think are the reasons are.
We like to know. I think you figured out we're a little more active than the previous boards, so don't be afraid to talk to us.
I like it, and that's why I punched the numbers, I pulled all the old board agents, and I was like, I'm curious, just since the August 17th meeting, like how many people have written, and that's just resignations, it's not terminations of people becoming teachers.
I'll ask Leanne. Leanne, so it looks like we lost a CSO from West Park, but she's becoming a classified substitute?
So she, maybe she has some reason why she had to resign, but she might be available on just a substitute basis.
Okay. I, make a motion to approve.
Okay, from Hepburn, do you have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Last but not least,
Motion to adjourn.
I will second that.
so believe me, I'm trying to get her more involved in some of this